So in your homework for section 3.1, it's My Math Lab, I think problem number 8, which is 3.137 in your textbook. This is a slightly different twist on using the definition, your second definition for the derivative. So I wanted to show you this and actually blast it out to everybody since one of the students asked a question, and it's a great question. So taking the second definition, and instead of evaluating it at a point, right, where the point was a, comma, f of a, we're going to just evaluate it at x, right, because we're after a general equation, not a specific slope. So we're going to substitute in to f x plus h over here, and then carry the function forward over here. So let's do that. I'm going to substitute in, wherever there's an x, I'm going to substitute in x plus h. Okay, so that's your f of, oops, darn it, that's your f of h plus, or x plus h, right here, minus f of x, and f of x is the given function, 2x squared plus x minus 1, all over h. So let's algebraically work on this and try and resolve down to an equation. So first thing I'm going to do is expand out this term, and let me see what I've got here. So it's 2x plus h squared. So I'm going to expand this. So it's 2 times x squared plus 2hx plus h squared plus the x plus h term minus 1, and then I'm going to distribute in the negative sign here, and that's a minus 2x squared minus x plus 1. So we're going to try and clean up this expression, right? And what are we left with here? We are left with, I'm going to distribute in the 2. Oops, made a mistake here. Close this parentheses. Distributing in the 2, I've got a 2x squared plus 4hx plus 2h squared plus x plus h minus 2x squared, and oops, I skipped a, it's getting late and I shouldn't be doing this when it's this late, minus 1 minus 2x squared minus x plus 1 all over h. So let's start canceling out here. You've got, grab a different color. You've got 2x squared and a minus 2x squared. They go. You got a minus 1 and a plus 1. They go. You've got an x and a negative x. So they go. And what you're left with is everything that has an h in it, which is a good thing. So you're left with 4hx way too late. 4hx plus 2h squared plus h. Did I get everything there? I think so. So now all over h. Now what I can do is factor out an h, and I'm left with 4x plus 2h plus 1 all over h the h's are going to cancel out, and you're left with the limit, because that's what we're doing, right? Taking the limit as h approaches 0 of 2h plus 4x plus 1. And if h is going to 0, this is the only term that's going to go to 0. And we're left with the general equation 4x plus 1. That actually is the derivative function. The second part to this problem asks you to find the equation of the tangent line through the specific point a comma f of a when a was equal to 0. Okay, so in this case we need to find the slope at 0, which means all that we have to do now is just put 0 into this equation. So that's just 4 times 0 plus 1, so that equals 1. Finding the equation, the specific equation of that tangent line, you're going to get y minus 1, negative 1, which is equal to the slope, x minus 0. Right? How did I get negative 1? Negative 1 was just achieved by putting in 0 into the equation. When you put 0 into f, you get negative 1. So that equation is simply equal to y equals x minus 1. Okay, so that's the general form of the derivative for the function, and then the second one is the equation of the tangent line at a specific value for a.